All right, Shalom. I want to start off, man, as always, by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Racha HaKodash. Double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing his work in truth and sincerity. And I also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And as you can see here, the name of this lesson is going to be Thailand's digital wallet and a planned war. And I have two videos here pulled up concerning the title of this video, man. And so without further ado, I'll get into this information here and then I will close out, all right? So as you can see, the first video is from CNA. It's a news station, all right? It says Thailand Sweta. Please forgive me if I'm, if I'm mispronouncing this word here. All right, excuse me. It says government pushes ahead with long delayed digital wallet. Okay. And once again, man, please forgive me if I sound a little bit dry. Okay. I just left the gym, so I'm a little bit burnt out. But we're gonna make it through this lesson, man. So here, this video here about Thailand digital wallet. All right, here we go. Okay.
Thailand will open sign-ups for its digital wallet cash handout on August 1st. The country's finance ministers presented more details of the scheme today, where 50 million Thais are eligible for a one-time payment of 10,000 Thai baht, or $275, to spend on goods in an effort to boost the kingdom's flagging economy.
$275, right? Of digital money. Okay. How many people right now in America would take that extra $255? A lot of people would. A lot of people would. Okay. Because most people here in America are living from check to check. So having this extra, digital money available, man, it will help out a lot. Okay. But there are certain regulations to this money. And as I play this video, you're going to hear him talk about it here. But a lot of people would take this $255, man. Okay. Right now, they would take it. All right. Here we go.
These are some reports from Bangkok.
The digital wallet is the tentpole policy of Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin's government. And with the slated launch of Q4 later this year, there is a lot of anticipation and concern over the multi-billion baht project. On Wednesday, the finance minister and his deputies have outlined further details in an effort to manage expectations. In a nutshell, 50 million Thais over the age of 16 years will receive a one-time payment of 10,000 baht, or about $275, in an effort to boost Thailand's economy. Some outstanding questions were answered. The handout can only be used in the recipient's home district, and it cannot be used to buy certain products, including alcohol, tobacco, cannabis, jewelry, petrol, and electronic devices.
Right. So you see that? They programmed that money to where you only can buy certain things, right? And certain things you can't buy. Okay. Just like, with the food stamp, the EBT card. You only can buy food with it. Okay. You can't go and pay for some gas. No, you can't, man. All right. So this is something similar to that. But with this, you can buy gas and other things, but it's certain things that you can't buy, all right? That they have programmed this money to where you can't go and get certain things, bro. We've been saying this, all right? I know that I've been saying it. Okay, the apostles been saying it, talking about this programmable money, okay? This is going to happen on a global scale, man. It's going to happen on a global scale. And most people won't mind, that they can't buy certain things. They just want the money, okay? They just want to have the money, man. So I'm going to play that back a little bit here because that was a very interesting piece. All right, here we go.
To boost Thailand's economy. Some outstanding questions were answered. The handout can only be used in the recipient's home district, and it cannot be used to buy certain products, including alcohol, tobacco, cannabis, jewelry, petrol, and electronic devices. Sign-ups.
It can only be used in their home district. So they can't, travel to another district and use their digital wallet. It is programmed for their certain district, man. That's very interesting, bro. That is very interesting. So I can't go use this digital money nowhere else but in my district. Okay? That's very interesting, man. But here we go.
For citizens will launch on August the 1st, and all that will be managed by a specific mobile phone app powered by blockchain technology. The launch is still kept vague, Q4 of this year. Some other outstanding questions were left unanswered, such as how exactly businesses, large and small, can take part in this. Those questions will be addressed in future announcements very soon. The project has been met with a lot of criticism by the central bank, economists, and the political opposition over whether it will actually boost Thailand's economy at all. Thailand's GDP only grew by 1.5% in the first quarter of this year. Another point of contention is the financing of this $12.4 billion project. After a lot of flip-flopping, the government will split these costs over the next two annual budgets. One consistent message, however, is the need for quick action as the economy is in a crisis.
ดังนั้นผมอยากจะเรียนสรุปนะครับว่านโยบายการเติมเงินสู่ระบบเศรษฐกิจจึงเป็นสิ่งที่จำเป็น
Therefore, I'd like to conclude that the digital wallet policy, which injects money into the economy, is necessary to solve the crisis, right? There's a crisis over there. Their economy is struggling, so they're giving them this digital money, all right, to use to boost their economy, okay? That can be a reason to issue out that money, all right?
เพื่อแก้วิกฤตใครจะบอกว่าวันนี้ยังไม่มีวิกฤตต้องเกิดทันทีตื่นขึ้นมากลางดึกและตกใจอันนี้ไม่ต้องตื่นแล้วครับเราเดินไปเดินมาเราฝันเห็นอยู่ข้างหน้านี้แล้วนะครับเป็นวิกฤตอีกประเภทหนึ่ง
Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin was originally scheduled to head this event, but cancelled last minute, citing scheduling conflicts. However, in a separate development, Thailand's Constitutional Court will rule on Mr. Srettha as part of an ethics probe against him on August the 14th. He's accused of violating the constitution after he has nominated a cabinet minister despite a previous jail sentence. Almost a year into his term, Thai Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin is expected to deliver on his flagship policy very soon, while at the same time fighting on many different fronts. Saksit Sombat, CNA Bangkok.
Okay, man. So there you have it. Thailand has introduced their digital wallet to the public. Okay. These are stepping stones to the MOTB, man. It's only going to lead to that. Okay. These are baby steps to the MOTB system, right? And the scriptures has foretold these things long ago in prophecy, man. All right. So I want to read this one precept here and I'll move on. Isaiah 46:10 NLT, it says, only I can tell you the future before it even happens, right? The Lord gave us the prophecy of the MOTB, right? Before it even came to pass, before America, came about, all right, what even thought of, all right, the Federal Reserve, all that. The Lord wrote it in prophecy for us to have, right? So we know that the Most High God is real because his word is real, bro. Okay? These things were written thousands of years ago, bro. Thousands of years ago, okay? 2000, all right, with the MOTB, okay? But other prophecies as well. The Lord gave us this stuff, all right? through the prophets. Okay, the prophet wrote it down, and we have it. We seeing it, man. It says, "Everything I plan will come to pass, for I do whatever I wish." So that MOTB is a part of the Most High plan. Okay, and don't forget in September, man. That's a very interesting month. All right, because they're gonna have the Summit of the Future. Right, I've been talking about that. Did a few videos on it. All right, the Summit of the Future, man, is coming next month. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. But the Most High God has given the word, man, and we're seeing everything play out right before our eyes. Okay. Earlier today, I was watching the elder brother from London, and he was going into how the MOTB system needs infrastructure. All right. They need to put the infrastructure in place in order to get this system up and running, man. And pretty much we're going into how everything is pretty much going digital, right? Refrigerators, everything. I mean, everything going digital, man. Because they're setting up the system for the MOTB. All right. So moving on here to my next video. This is from Redacted, right? It says this war was all planned years ago, and now it's here. Ex-CIA agent. Okay, so I have to sped up a little bit, man. I want to pay pretty much all this video, all right, because it makes some good points here. And I'm going to grab a few precepts and close out, man, all right? So make sure we're good on volume. All right, here we go.
Well, thousands of sailors and soldiers, American sailors and soldiers, are being sent towards Israel in preparation for World War III, which could happen at any moment. A coming war with Iran that, of course, Israel desperately wants. Benjamin Netanyahu has told us many times in front of Congress that he desperately wants the United States to take out Iran, as we've done in Libya and Iraq. Iran was the third one on his list that he wants us to do that. So should Americans die for Israel's war against Iran? Are we about to see a massive false flag operation that would harm American soldiers? Former CIA agent Larry Johnson joins us now. He has been outspoken on this from the very beginning, that Americans should not be involved in this and we should not be there. And he joins us now. Larry, great to see you. It seems like we're on the precipice.
Yeah, we're staring World War III in the face. This is alarming. The movement of U.S. forces that's underway tells you that the movement of these forces is not a reaction to what happened. It was pre-planned. In other words, because this is not like you.
All right. It was pre-planned, but not just by America, okay? It was pre-planned by the living God, Yahweh, in his word, man. Thousands of years ago, he foretold that this great war would happen. He foretold how Babylon the Great will be drawn in, right, into this war, and eventually she will be destroyed by fire. Okay, real quick, man, just this little title of this video here, right? It says a war with Iran will destroy America, right? It's going to lead to that. Okay, I remember Pastor Har pretty much going into that, man. How that when Babylon, truly invades Iran, right, which they're planning on doing, that's going to be it, bro. It's going to go down, okay? It's going to go down, man. So these Edomites are in the know. They're in the know, man. He says a war with Iran will destroy America. Why? Because the Russians are backing Iran. And China is backing Iran. Okay? This stuff is getting greasy, man. Okay? It's getting greasy. And guys like Clayton Morris, right? And this other guy here, Larry. I think his name is Larry. They're worried, man. They're troubled. Okay? Esau's troubled, man. Because he see the end of his society, bro. This is what Esau crying about. He's crying because Edomite supremacy is about to be wiped out the planet Earth, man. They can't take it. All right? They can't take it, man. It's hell everywhere, all right? Over in the UK, Esau over there going crazy, man. I'm watching them videos, right? Them little TikTok short videos, and Esau losing his mind, okay? But a lot of them are getting attacked by them different immigrants, all right, getting their ass whooped, okay? They're getting whooped, man, stabbed up. It's wild, man. And they've been protesting for some days now, okay? For days, man. Esau been breaking into, into a convenience stores, stealing food. They're going wild. They're going wild, man. So we're here, brothers, All we have to do is keep holding on, man. We're at the doors, okay? And they're going into this. So here we go.
You call up Domino's and order a pizza. Hey, I need a pepperoni in 30 minutes, and they whip it up and deliver it. First of all, you got all these sailors and Marines that have to be alerted to get on board ships. And those ships have to be stocked and supplied. They're not, some are sitting there ready to go, but some aren't if they're being, if they've been out at sea. So the fact that you've now got 3 carrier task force groups moving into that region, plus the one that caught my eye was the announcement that you had this Marine, it's basically a Marine Expeditionary Unit, what they call a MU. That's a package of about 4,000 Marines, and their job to do what they call non-combatant evacuation operations. So, or a NEO, dump all the military acronyms on you. So we got the MU doing the NEO, and the NEO is there for, excuse me, people like in Lebanon or in Israel who can't get out because all the airports are shut. This will allow those ships to go in and load up American citizens and others wanting to flee the region. So that was pre-positioned. I mean, that's what caught my eye. That I think that my own view is there's a preemptive war coming, and it's going to be struck by the West, not by Iran.
Well, we see this too. We also have reporting today from Dave DeCamp over at antiwar.com, Israel considering a preemptive strike against Iran. So this sort of preemption, this idea that they are going to attack and we need to be out in front of this, I think this is really scary for a lot of Americans who are familiar with false flag attacks. I felt like dusting off my USS Liberty hat to wear for this segment today to remind Americans the last time in 1967 when U.S. sailors were sat right there and used as target practice, killed by Israel, attacked by Israel in order to draw the United States into a war against Egypt. Of course, your old organization, the CIA, was actively involved in that, of course, we know. But so are we about to see another USS Liberty false flag operation using American soldiers and sailors sitting there on American aircraft carriers in order to draw us into a war against Iran? What is your sense of that? Or because we're calling it out, maybe we won't have it happen.
So much a false flag as it is that Israel's sort of not schizophrenic politically, militarily. On the one hand, they carry out this pre-planned assassination of the lead negotiator in Tehran. So it's a clear violation of international law. It's a terrorist act. That's what it is. If Iran had done that to Israel, we'd be calling it international terrorism. So let's call it what it is. It was a terrorist attack by Israel. And Israel's been guilty of several terrorist attacks in Iran, but we just don't call them that. Plus, the United States has been backing a group called the MEK, the Mujahideen al-Haq, who is MEK. They were on our terrorist list when I was working the issue. They were sort of a Marxist, it sounds crazy, a Marxist Islamist group, but they were radical against the Shia Islamists that took over Iran. We took them off the list and started giving them money, for God's sake. So we back terrorists in the United States. So here it is, Israel conducts this terrorist attack, and then Iran says it's going to retaliate, and then Israel goes, well, by God, we're going to preempt that retaliation. So they're trying to play the victim while they're also the aggressor. They're both in this case. Right. Wild card here that makes it so dangerous is the fact that Iran has at least a 5-year mutual defense relationship with Russia and China. They started conducting their first joint military exercises in 2019. Now, and that to conduct that in 2019 meant that they started planning for it in like 2018. Well, you had Sergei Shoigu, the former defense minister, who's now sort of Putin's national security advisor, personal advisor. He went to Tehran 2 days ago. There have been significant airlift traffic between Moscow and Tehran. The speculation is that it's bringing in electronic warfare capabilities. It's also probably bringing in S-400 air systems. And you've got Shoigu consulting with the Iranians on both trying to understand what they're going to do, understand what to do, make sure that it doesn't necessarily get out of control. But with the United States moving aircraft carriers in there, the only message that Iran can take out of there is they're preparing. The United States is preparing to launch airstrikes in Iran.
So the United States launches airstrikes in Iran. What
Right.
then?
More than likely that could happen, man. And that's going to escalate things, bro, to another level. Okay? It's going to escalate things to another level, man. Man, oh man. Okay? This is very, very interesting, bro. And as he was saying earlier, you know, those small hats have been committing terroristic acts ever since they've been over there. Okay? I mean, they do some of the worst things, man, that the media don't talk about. All right? But Ishmael and them over there crying out against them. Okay? Because of everything that's happening. It's wild over there, man. I follow this woman on Instagram, all right? And some way, somehow Instagram be allowing her to show like certain videos, man. And bro, it be children, mothers, fathers, the elderly. They be laid out in the street, bro, blood leaking, babies, children leaking, bro, blood. They said they're unalive, bro. It's like, damn, like you gotta have a certain kind of stomach, bro, just to even witness that and to be living amongst that, man. Blood just running through the streets. That's serious, man. I mean, that is some serious stuff. But those small hats doing that to them, bro. I mean, they're treating them, I mean, like, oh my goodness. Like they're not human. Okay? And old boy here, he's gonna miss some more stuff that they're over there doing, man. Right? Some very disgusting stuff that the small hats over there doing.
Then does Russia do in response? Russia there, of course, you mentioned meeting in Tehran. I mean, is this where World War III begins? Is in the Middle East. It doesn't happen on the battlefield in Ukraine. It doesn't happen in Africa, where we've come face to face with Russian soldiers. It happens in the Middle East.
Yeah, no, potentially. I mean, that's what.
Yes, it's going to happen in the Middle East. Okay, in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man. The nation's going to bring their armies down, and they're going to fight. Okay, they're going to bring their armies down, and they're going to battle in the Middle East, man. The War of Armageddon is going to get real. Okay. Joel chapter 3, verse 11, it says, "Come quickly, all you nations everywhere, gather together in the valley. And now, O Yahweh, call out your warriors," okay, the angels in Yahushua, right? It says, "Let the nations be called to arms. Let them march to the valley of Jehoshaphat," right? The valley of Yahweh decision, right? "There I, the Lord Yahweh, will sit and pronounce judgment on them all." So the Most High God is going to judge the different armies of the earth, okay? And in the book of Isaiah 34, in the book of Revelation 19, 2nd Esdras chapter 13, you can read about how the Lord is going to destroy their militaries, man, okay? All of the nation's military, their armies will be destroyed by the Lord. He's going to see to it, man, okay? So it was talked about long ago, man. Thousands of years ago, okay? 3,000 plus to be exact, all right, during the time of Joel. We're talking 3,000 plus years ago that Joel wrote this down. He's spot on, man. Very accurate, okay? He's very accurate, bro. Of war, all right? Joel talked about the missiles, man. He wrote about the missiles, bro. The Lord gave him a vision of the missiles, bro. He wrote it down in a poetic fashion, okay? He wrote it in a poetic fashion, man. But he saw war, bro. He saw the nations gathered. He saw Yahweh come down with the angels, man. This is why in verse 11 he says, and now, oh Yahweh, call out your warriors. Okay, Yahweh and the angels gonna come down. Man, bro, this is some good stuff right here, bro. Okay. Bro, the Most High God is cold. And he right on time with his word, man. If you don't believe in the Most High God, bro, I don't know what the hell wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with you, player. But the Most High God is making good on what he said, man. All right? He's making good on what he said. Here we go.
That's what, we're living through a period. I'm approaching 70 years of age, so I'm an old guy. This has never been this dangerous, this fraught with peril. And even the Cuban Missile Crisis, because, adding to these tensions in the Middle East with the likelihood that Iran is going to hit Israel and hit Israel hard this time. The United States is going to try to do what it can to stop some of the inbound drones, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles. But in response to that, any attacks upon a Russian asset will elicit a Russian military response. The American people don't realize that over the last 8 years, the Russians have shot down in Syria about 5 U.S. drones. We're not talking Syrians shooting them down. We're talking the Russians have shot them down because the U.S. drones, Predator drones, have strayed into territory that the Russians said, hey, this is ours. You come into our territory, you're ours. Shot them down. We haven't heard a word about that. But that's what, that's been going on behind the scenes. So Russia has vowed that it's going to equip people like the Iranians and the Houthis with weapons that can hit U.S. assets in response to what the United States has done by equipping Ukraine to hit and kill Russian citizens. So we're entering a new level of conflict.
So for people that watch and they say, well, any sort of dissent, any sort of saying that Americans shouldn't go and die for Israel is anti-Semitic. That's my favorite. I mean, that is the dumbest of all statements, right? But I just cannot wrap my head around how anyone could justify, if you're a United States citizen, if you're an American, what benefit you would get for the United States of America to go and die and fight for Israel, or go and die and fight in the Middle East against Iran and getting dragged into a massive regional war. What benefit does the United States have by going there and dying for this cause?
Well, it's not.
That's the benefit, Clayton. The benefit is for Babylon to be wiped out. It's the Lord's plan, all right? Yeah, they seem foolish to the world for doing what they're doing, but it's the will of the Lord, Clayton. That's what you and Larry don't understand, okay? You and Larry don't understand that the Most High God is putting on the spirit of these devils, man, to do what they're doing so that he can make good on what he prophesied in his word, bro. That's why, okay? Here we go.
And let's be specific about the cause we're being asked to die for. This is not about defending freedom. This is not about preventing Jews from being executed in gas chambers. This is about a group of people, these radical Zionists that are represented by the likes of just not only Bibi Netanyahu, but Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich. These people call for and celebrate the rape of Palestinians. I mean, literally raping them. They say that they're entitled to do that. They storm prisons and want to rape, using both brooms as well as themselves to violate Palestinian men, Palestinian women. I mean, it's sickening.
Woo! Come on, man. Come on, dog. Esau's a sick nigga. He's a sick nigga, man. You're graping men with pool sticks and yourself. What's wrong with you, bro? What is your obsession, Esau, with messing with men, bro? What's wrong with you, dude? You want men, bro. He's sick, bro. The same sickness he was doing to Jake in slavery, man. Call it buck breaking, bro. Edomite men, all right, taking turn abusing Jake, man. What kind of, bro? Come on, bro. Sickness, bro. He got to go, bro. Esau, bro. Esau, when Yahweh come back, dude, You can hang it up, bro. You can hang it up, dude. Cause we're gonna get you, player. Oh, we're gonna get you, nigga. You boy, you gotta go, boy. Come on, man. Broomsticks.
It is, yes, it's controversial to say, but this is this group of Zionists. I don't want to call them Israelis because there are a number of Israelis that oppose this and that speak out in opposition to it. But these extreme Zionists represent the very thing that they claim that they were fighting against in World War II. They're acting and behaving like Nazis, like the SS camp guards in terms of their treatment of prisoners, their wanton execution of women and children. It's horrific. And so, no, America shouldn't stand for that at all. And yet, what we have, as you've reported several times on your show, the money machine from the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, the AIPAC, has been pouring money in to defeat candidates that are not genuflecting before the blue and white flag of Israel.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And well, that's why there's tens of thousands of people protesting in Tel Aviv against these radical Zionists, against the Netanyahu regime. Right. But the Western media will not cover that story at all, of course. They won't cover that story, but we will. And Larry Johnson is always great to have on the show and really shed some truth on us a little bit. Larry, great to see you as always. And I hope you guys stay safe down there. I know you were just dealing with Hurricane Debbie. Hopefully you guys dodged quite a bullet down there. I know you had like a foot of water and everything. Hope you guys are doing okay.
Doing all right. Thank you.
All right, man. So that's that video there. All right. This is real. Okay, this is real. It's going down. And in due time, man. In due time, this thing gonna kick off. Okay. So I end here with Zephaniah 3. And the 8th verse, it says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord Yahweh, unto the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation," right? That's when it happened in the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? "Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." So the Lord getting ready to do work, man. All right. So with that, I'll close out. Lord, wouldn't do is edifying. I'll praise Yahweh by Shem HaShai by Shem HaKodash. Shalom.